Hi, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lonnie, and today is day one of my makeup journey over 50, and we're gonna be starting with the foundation. Now, I've learned so much since the last time I was on here. I'm gonna tell you what products I will use, and then I'm actually gonna put my foundation on and kind of give you my tips and tricks that I've learned along the way of how to apply the foundation in the most natural way I know how. So I go walking into Nordstrom's and I met the most amazing makeup technician. His name is Jay, and he was just so wonderful and so sweet and so patient with me. I got all sorts of hugs. I tell you, I'm gonna go back and see him just for the hugs. But he helped me find a brand that is cruelty-free. So what we're gonna be using today is Charlotte Tilbury makeup. All right, I got the Charlotte's Beautiful Skin Foundation, and the color that I got was 5 Neutral. And truthfully, I think that that's the thing that scared me the most about this foundation journey, was matching my skin, because I had no idea what color, what shade. I mean, you look online and it's like, okay, pick your color swatch, and there's like 500 different colors to choose from. So my recommendation for you, if you're starting this journey with me, is to go into a beauty counter and ask them to match your color. And I know now when I go to buy other brands, I'm a neutral warm. You know, there's colds, there's this, and there's that. So this gives me a good starting point of me knowing where to go from this point forward. So this is a brand that is known for mature skin. So I was very excited to try this. So now when it comes to actually applying your foundation, I asked them, I'm like, well, what's the best way to apply it? Do you use a brush? Do you use a sponge? Do you use your fingers? And over again, I was given the same answer. Use whatever method you're the most comfortable with. So I am the most comfortable using a brush. I think when I use my fingers, it's just kind of adding a little bit more oil to my skin, and my skin type is a little bit on the oilier side. So we're gonna use a brush and we're gonna give it a couple of pumps. Boink, boink. Okay, so I used 3 pumps right there. And I'm going to go ahead and just dot, 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 dot. And we are going to rub it in. And this is the first time using this foundation, so be patient with me. And I am going to get it rubbed all over my face. So what I did is I just added a little bit more, just because I felt like there were a couple of spots that I wanted to put a little bit more makeup on. Now, in my reviewing, or in my research of figuring out how to put on foundation, they basically said it's like put it in layers. Start with the area that you want the most coverage and then build from there. It's like frosting a cake. You put a little frosting on, you step back, you take a look, and you figure out where you need to add a little bit more. I applied the foundation with this brush, and then I'm just gonna go in with my little sponge, and I'm just going to tap it around and just make sure that it is blended all in, because the last thing I wanna do is to have like any streaks or any like patches. So there we go. I'm going to just make sure, because I have my little nose ring right there. I want to make sure that that gets all taken care of. And there you go. I really like that coverage. I'm so far very pleased with this foundation. I did not get a contour when I was at Nordstrom's, because I have this one from Maybelline and I've never known how to use it. I mean, it's been sitting in my drawer. Sometimes I dabbed it on, but I never knew the real reason for this contour. And basically what it is this is a lighter color than my foundation. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on any area I want to brighten up. And that area that I want to have brighter is underneath my eyes. Because sometimes over 50, we have a little bit of a darkening underneath our eyes, and we just want our eyes to pop. And personally, I like using this little brush better than this big sponge, just because before, when I used this in the past, I felt like I was getting too much product on, and it was looking kind of, I don't know, it was looking a little weird. So I'm gonna go back in with my little sponge, And I'm just going to, again, make sure that it is all smooth, and I don't want any, I just want to blend it in. That's what I'm trying to say. So I take my little sponge and I blend, 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 blend. You can definitely see that it is brighter under my eyes now, and that's really what I wanted. I wanted my eyes to just kind of pop a little bit more. So one of the things that I've learned during my little makeup journey is that there's two types of foundations. There's kind of like the dewy look where it almost looks like your face is very dewy, kind of wet looking, or there's more of a matte finish. And I personally have always struggled with oily skin, so I'm not a fan of that dewy look because it reminds me of when I was younger and I would have an oily face. So I am drawn more to the matte look. And in order to achieve that look, we have a micro powder. And this is just going to be something that I'm going to just apply straight over the top. And it's a really pretty case. I just don't know how to open it. There you go. See, isn't that pretty? So I'm going to take a brush about this size. Now, I've always been under the opinion that like you had to have 1,000 different brushes. If you saw my first video, I was actually kind of making fun of myself for only having 2 makeup brushes. But when I spoke to Jay yesterday, he's like, no, he goes, you can do so much with just a couple of smaller brushes. So don't feel like you have to go out there and invest all sorts of money on these fancy kind of brush sets. Just make sure that you have a couple of different sizes and you're going to be able to achieve any look you want with just those 2 brushes. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this brush about this size and I am just going to put my little powder on my brush, and then I'm just going to go over the top of all the foundation that I just put on. And we're going to do this. And what it's doing is it's just setting in my foundation. Now, in my journeys of talking to makeup artists and my research online on YouTube, I have found that bronzers are very magical. I've learned some really cool tips and tricks and why people put what they put where they put it. So I'm excited to be doing that one next. But this finishing powder is, again, just taking that shine down a little bit, which is perfect. I didn't want that super shiny look. And just dab, 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 brush, brush, brush. Again, nothing fancy, just putting it all over. And that is how I am going to be starting my daily makeup. And it's a very lightweight coverage and it feels really good on my skin. So I'm very, very happy with the coverage. I'm very happy with how easy it was. Let me go put on the rest of my makeup and then we're gonna go outside and we're gonna give it the sun test, because your foundation can look great in your house. You walk outside and all of a sudden you're like, oh, what did I do? And just like that, I have all my makeup on. So let's go outside and see what it looks like in the sun. Kind of blinded myself there at the end. I'm extremely happy. You know what, this Charlotte Tilbury, I really do like this one. It feels great. It has the coverage that I was looking for. And yeah, I'm a fan. So with my makeup on, with my beautiful foundation, I am going to let you know that I do have all the products that I used in my Shop My Look link down below. So if you want to check any of them out, I highly recommend them. And also to please remember to like and subscribe. And until next time, remember, be bright, be bold, be brave. Wear makeup that matches your energy, and I will see you on the next episode.